The Pfaff Expression 3.5 sewing machine comes with a boatload of accessories. Now, when we opened this out of the box, there was a bag of accessories, there was a loose foot, a foot control with a loose cord, so I'm going to show you how you put this all on and together, and when you go to open up the accessory box, there's even feet in the back here. So this is the automatic buttonhole foot that we're going to just kind of keep back here because there's a great place for it to hide. But up front is a wonderful place to load up with all the feet. Now there is a foot with a really long tip to it, and that fits right here where that opening is. So as I'm loading up, I'll let you know when I get to this point. Plus, look at all the space that you can keep your bobbins nicely fitted, and then they don't fall out and they don't unravel. So that's what we're working with. Oh, and by the way, you can actually take that out if you want to take it with you, other than just having it in your accessory box. Okay, so about the foot control. So what you want to do is you want to look for this little connectivity place right back here. Now, once I usually plug this in, and this is kind of the first time plugging it in, I usually don't take it out. So when I travel, I'll take the cord and then just kind of put a handful of it inside, and then it'll just store inside the foot control. Don't you just love how big these foot controls are? They really make things nice. So, and there's a little groove right here that cord can lay in, so it's not too bumpy on the base. So we'll go ahead and get that plugged into the side of the machine when we're ready to sew. And then for our accessories here, we're going to go ahead and open our fresh bag and go through all the things that come with the machine, and then show you where you put them to. Okay, so with the bobbins, these are specific Pfaff bobbins. They're kind of a light lavender color, so do keep in mind that you want to make sure that you don't use any bobbins that are not specific for this machine. And it's so nice, they're going to just fit right up in here. We will get to a video, we'll show you exactly how to wind these bobbins, how to put them in the machine, and everything along that line. We have spool caps. Spool caps are set up to match the end of the spool. So when we put these on the machine, the spool cap needs to hug the spool, make sure there's no gap inside there. And there's some smaller sizes. So there's a medium size and a small size. So if you have a smaller spool, put the smaller spool cap on. You also have a vertical spool pin that's built into the machine. You just flip it up. And if you do want to put a spool here, you can put that spool cap down, and then the spool can go on top of that as well. Usually there's a little felt pad. Let me show you this also. That will fit right here, and then the spool can go on there. So just depending on what type of spool you have, or if you need two spools, like for running a twin needle, you're going to need to know how to set that up for later. So you've got lots of spool caps. We're going to just also put those in the back. You have a seam ripper. Love having a seam ripper included with a sewing machine. But for today, I'm not going to need that. We have a cleaning brush, which we do need to clean this machine. And when we talk about cleaning, you'll notice that there's no oil in with these accessories. We do not oil this machine. Do not put oil in it. When you have your machine serviced, that's when you're going to have your local Pfaff dealer go through and take care of the maintenance as they're supposed to do. But for you and I, all we have to do is take the brush and brush out underneath this throat plate on a regular basis. And I said brush, so don't use any canned air in your machine. That's just a no-no on all sewing machines. Speaking of things that still go into the back part, we have a seam guide that can slide onto the machine and easily set a seam allowance to stay nice and perfectly even. A multi-purpose tool. It's got multi-purposes, one being a hole right here that you can take the needle in and out. This is also what we use to get up and over seams and also to sew buttons on. So I love that they always include that. A great variety pack of needles. We've got some awesome videos on needles that we'll link over to. And you've got everything from universal to a wing needle, stretch needles, jeans needles, and embroidery needles. A screwdriver for lifting this throat plate up, but notice there are no screws on this throat plate, so there's no twisting and losing of screws. All we have to do is pop that up. Super easy to get in and clean throughout there. Okay, if your accessory box doesn't close all the way, you just have to, well, make all the goodies fit. because there is a lot of accessories that come with this machine. Okay, so for the feet that come with it, number one, there is an extra bag that was floating around. Make sure that you have that extra foot. That one is your 2A foot, and that can sit, and you can put these either way. Here, let me show you this. You can put toes up or toes down, whatever's easiest for you to handle as you're working with your machine. How about this? We'll just do it like this, and then we'll load it up. You have a blind hem foot, an overlock foot. This little red marker is adjustable, so we can get it exactly where all the feet fit here. And a 1A foot. The 1A foot is great because it's got the little cutout underneath, so for your decorative stitches. And your machine will actually tell you what foot to have on at any given time. Just touch the eye for information if it's not showing, and whatever stitch you have, it will tell you which foot to have on. It shows you the 0A foot. That's the one that comes on the machine and ready to use. This one is foot number 4. It is a zipper foot, allowing you to attach it on either the left or the right side. Now these 3 little tritons here, they need to be pointing up and away from us. That's where the dual feed can come in and attach. I've had people try to put this on backwards. Doesn't work so well. All right, so put that in one of our collections here. Foot 5M is a manual buttonhole foot. Now this is the little foot with the extra length to it. It has that little nub. So that's the one that we're going to put where it had that little opening. And then it allows it to actually close up when we're completely done. We also have like a free motion quilting foot. This comes with the machine. Love it. It is a foot that, boy, it's so nice that it comes with it. You don't have to purchase it separately. So you can put that any place that you want. You can put it in the back. You can actually have a little bit of room underneath the accessory box too. But for today, I'm going to slide that into the back. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Get ready to thread everything up and how to wind a bobbin.